Support is so easy.
When to roam as support and what champ can do it, or they all can. Most champs can do it. Yumi can't for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Here is a good couple rule of thumbs on when to roam or not. When you back, literally just go mid.
Honestly,
Because
so
the
true.
time it takes to
Literally
go
so true.
mid to bot is about the same time as it takes to just go bot lane. Just go mid. Literally just go mid, see what you do there. Just red trinket around the bushes, make sure that applies pressure on the enemy mid laner because they're gonna be like, yo, where the fuck's the jungler? I gotta play safe, you know. Vision is a big part of the game, bro. Vision is pressure. Actually, I actually don't even know about that because in low elo, people don't even give a fuck about vision, so maybe not. But yeah, basically just go mid, see if there's something to do. If there's not anything to do, just go back bot. If your AD carry is about to get frozen on, then you have to go back bot to help break the freeze, or else your ADC will be very, very mad at you.
Yes.
Took me a couple games to realize that I need to be bot to help break freezes.
Honestly, that's something I didn't really
you
ever realize, and like
every time I backed,
my ADCs get angry at me as well.
I hid in a bush, and if there was like an opportunity to hook, I just went for it. And then if there was nothing, I just went back bot. If your AD carry can like 1v2, let's say your AD carry is like Jhin or something, and then the enemy is like Tristana Nautilus, then you can't roam, bro. If you roam, your Jhin is fucked in the ass, okay?
I learned that.
You can't roam in that situation. You gotta help him out. But let's say your AD carries.
I will say sometimes your ADC just does not need to fucking be up, and like they just die for no reason.
Okay. Then there's no way that the Jhin dies, so you can just roam for free and help your team out. It's a win-win for both of you.
I like with Ezreal. Ezreal you can roam, because Ezreal is like very slippery, like there's no way an Ezreal dies.
You roam help your team out. So those are some situations where you can roam. It all just depends on the matchups and the wave states and stuff like that.
And also there are times you have to roam. For example, if you're going Janna versus Yumi, you have to roam as Janna. You cannot beat Yumi, unfortunately. You can't beat Yumi early game unless the Yumi is bad. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, unless both the enemy team mates, like enemy ADC and support are bad, you cannot beat them. And you also can't really outscale them that well, depending on what Yumi is like pocketing. Like if it's like a Fed Hecarim or like, you know, if I use Twitch, like you just can't outscale that. So you have to like roam and make your whole team stronger, and hopefully they can beat a Yumi. He said about the start, like just go middle, like that's actually so true, because like you don't really lose anything. Like sure, you can just go back to bot lane straight away, but like even if you go middle and then you like change your mind and go back bot lane, you don't lose that much time. Like you lose nothing, almost nothing, but you can gain a lot. And what I mean by gain a lot is like if you make your way to mid lane, if something happens, then you're there for it and you win, and then you like get a lot of it. But if nothing happens, like oh well, who cares? Just maybe we'll trinket what sweep or whatever, like go back bot lane, like no big deal. Like you don't really lose anything. So yeah, but there's also the like paying attention to like the enemy freezing on your ADC, or like if the enemy team has like a Nautilus that would jump on your Jhin that will die or something like that, then sure. So yeah, that's actually pretty good tips.
Hey guys, we're going over the parallel
line.
Hey
Dark Lightning.
How the parallel line theory works is basically if you are in a parallel line with your ADC, you are at low risk of dying. If you move ahead of this line, you're at a higher risk of dying, and if you move behind this line, your ADC is at a higher risk of dying. And this is the reason why. So if you move
don't stand too far back. You need to stay
in range thing. ADC and enemy support to all in on you, but your ADC has to walk up before he can get in range, adding a delay before he can enter the fight. He has to create this parallel line before you can go. So the idea is if you move up to trade and your ADC doesn't move with you, you want to back up right away and not go for the full trade. But if you move up and your ADC moves up with you, you can go all in DPS. This was part 3 of my How to Support series. If you enjoyed it, make sure you follow and check out the full version on my YouTube that goes...
Sure thing. So with that, you have to punish the enemy ADC or support when they walk up. Like every single chance you get, you punish them with your auto attacks as well. Some of you Enchantress players in chat right now, you sissy bottoms, listen the fuck up. It actually annoys me so much how little some of you girls use your auto attacks. Because you think, oh, I'm an Enchantress, I'm just gonna use my Lulu Q and that's it, and never auto attack. your auto attacks early games is so strong, and some of you do not use it, and it actually bothers me so freaking much. And on top of that, some of you girls stand way too far back because you're like, oh, I'm in a challenge, I need to stand back and look pretty. You're fucking inting and being bad. Get it together, girls. Get it together. Me. Does anyone remember the times when I like played with my friends, like Tsunami or whatever, and like as soon as like they didn't play well, I'll just be like, no, that's okay, I'm just gonna roam. Like you can tell that I was like being a little like passive aggressive, but like I didn't want to flame them or anything, so I was just like, that's okay, no, you're doing fine, I'm just gonna go roam or whatever. Or I'll just be like, just play safe and bot lane, I'm gonna go roam, bye. Like they already automatically knew like, oh, I'm playing bad, Lumi's roaming now, she's given up on me. Like it's honestly so true, just go roam. Tips for engage support. We can watch this, but I doubt you guys will play any of these.
Tip for engage supports.
You girls play support, like Enchantress.
When you go on an enemy, keep walking in front of them. This allows you to keep up with them as you auto and use abilities.
Yeah.
And when they try to run, you aren't too far from them.
That's actually such a good thing. Like it's honestly the little things that make a difference. And honestly, it can even be applied to range characters. So this is when he engages, he's not just like standing still auto attacking whoever this person is. I think it's Aphelios. He's like standing on the right side of Aphelios because Aphelios is gonna go this way. I'm looking at my camera. So Aphelios is gonna go that way. So obviously Leona is gonna keep catching him by going in front of him, right? Just keep moving forward like that way. And it also applies to like support as well, like ranged ones like Nami or whatever, because like if you're like flanking, like let's just say you were Nami and you were roaming and you were up here and you came down here. You know the enemy team is gonna be going up here to back to their turret, so the Nami should be like auto attack and then also like keep walking that way to keep up for like possible cooldowns and like auto attack. In my VOD reviews and just like watching other people play, like some of you guys don't do that. Like some of you like just stand still in auto attack and I'm like you can predict where people are going, so move your asses, like damn.
What to do when you're losing lane? Well, step 1, try not to die, duh. Well, if you're doing a good job of not dying, then their support is going to want to snowball the game, and what's their other option to snowball? They're going to try and roam mid. So how do you counter this? You want to try as best you can to get a ward here and here. These wards are really important. Why? Because if this enemy support roams up, this ward will spot him here, at which point you can pin your mid B and hopefully they'll move back. As they move up, you're going to want to be moving.
I like how fast he talks.
Now, the reason why this support ward is really important is because if their support walks in and camps this bush with their jungler, you're going to die. But this ward will let you know in advance if it's happening. And if they don't move here and they move into this bush, then you can come and simply sit here and wait till the support either ganks or goes back and just follow them wherever they go. My final tip, if you are losing lanes of support, is anytime the enemy support backs, make sure you're pinging B top and mid because their support might be on their way to gank top or mid, and you don't want that to happen as it'll tilt your team and you'll probably lose. This was part 7 of my—
If I'm not gonna lie, the way he was speaking, I like zoned out. He was like, okay, you must do this to do that because then that and then to do this and that and that and you go that and you do this and he'll go back to bot lane. Like I like kind of zoned out if I'm gonna be honest. Like maybe I need to watch it again.
What to do when you're losing lane? Well, step 1, try not to die, duh. Well, if you're doing a good job of not dying, then their support is going to want to snowball the game, and what's their other option to snowball? They're going to try and roam mid. So
wait, what?
Okay, you want to try as best you can to get a ward here and here. These wards are really important. Why? Because if this enemy support roams up, this
if support goes mid lane, you want to counter.
And hopefully they'll move back. As they move up, you're going to want to be moving to come in. Now, the reason why this support ward is really important is because if their support walks in and camps this bush with their jungler, you're going to die. But this ward will let you know in advance if it's it's happening. And if they don't move here and they move into this bush, then you can come and simply sit here and wait till the support either ganks or goes back and just follow them wherever they go.
So pretty much just follow.
Luminum as support is anytime the enemy support backs, make sure you're pinging B top and mid because their support might be on their way to gank top or mid, and you don't want that to happen.
Okay, so pretty much he's saying you ward the river so that way you know where the enemy support will go, and then you just like track them and like follow along them. Like you don't fight them, you just have to be around them and ping your teammates when the enemy support goes recall so they know like a gank may or may not happen. Okay. Oh my god. And you do this, and you and this and that, and because of this and that, and you do this. Right on to Thank you so much, Fred. You're so right. If he throws a dagger at you, look at him so you take less damage. I think you just lived because you were looking at Shaco. So if anyone doesn't know, Shaco does extra damage because of his passive when he hits you from on the back. So when JJ was looking at him, he took less damage from the ship and he lived with 1 HP. Every ability Shaco has a unique thing when he attacks you from behind. So ship does extra damage, backstab does extra damage, I think it slows or something. Each thing does something different. With
you know, you actually told me that already. Like that's why I was looking. I've been looking at him.
Dragon.
I can lovely. So yeah, like sometimes you girls like ask me how do I get better at the game. There are many different ways to get better at the game, but know your champions. Like actually know your champions. I don't fucking care if you want to be like a one-trick genre or like, I only play girly characters. I don't fucking care. Learn your fucking champions. If you don't know what Shaco does, how the fuck are you gonna like versus Shaco? If you don't know what Xin Zhao's ultimate does, how the fuck are you gonna hope to ever win against Xin Zhao? I don't fucking care if you're a sissy girl. Read up on the fucking champions. Go to Wikipedia. Like do the fucking work. I have a friend named Jordan. I'm always gonna like talk about it because like whatever. He plays a lot of Twitch, just like my ADC. Now he does not know what a lot of champions do. Like it surprised me. Like every time it's like, oh, I actually don't know what Renekton does, or oh, I actually don't know what this champion does, and it's like so stupid because he literally throws the games purely because he doesn't know what champion the enemy champion does. Like he'll go like flash and try fight, but then he dies and he's like, oh, what the fuck, how did I die? It's like, bitch, if you fucking knew what the enemy champion did, you would fucking know that you can't win, so why the fuck did you flash? Or like, you know, just stupid shit. Like how the fuck would you would know not to take the fight or position here or blah blah if you just knew what the enemy champion did. It does not matter how fucking godly you are at Twitch. It doesn't matter if you're a mechanical god. If you don't know what you're versing, how the fuck do you know how to win? Like, has anyone ever watched this anime? Has anyone ever watched this anime? No game, your game, no life. No game, no life. No game, no life. Like, this anime is a big premise about it is knowledge is key. You have to prepare yourself with all the amount of knowledge. Because if you know your enemy, if you know what the enemy is gonna do, if you can get into your enemy's head, then you win the game. Because you know what the enemy's gonna do. So you can counter everything. So if you don't know what the enemy champion does, then like, what the fuck are you doing? So some of you guys don't know how Shaco's passive works, like some of you guys don't know Xin Zhao's ultimate, blah blah, like get onto that reading. It's not my job. It's not my job to teach you what champions do. It's up to you. And yes, it does matter because in that clip that Fred showed with JJ with the Shaco thing, he literally lived because of the Shaco. Imagine if he was running away, like, oh, I'm too scared of the Shaco, I'm gonna run away and put face backwards. He's gonna die, or he would have died, and then the Shaco would have got 300 gold and snowballed the game. So, little things matter. All those little things matter.
If you're playing support, yeah, do not think for a fucking second you're the one in charge of controlling the wave. It is the ADC's job. Don't even touch the wave. You only touch the wave if you get pinged to, if you get told to push the wave. Then you do it. Otherwise, you support the enemies. That's all you're supposed to do. If you're playing...
I mean, sometimes your ADC doesn't know what it's doing, but like in high elo, yeah, I almost never touch the lane. I just like let my ADC do what they want. What is this?
Hey TikTok, I'm going to be showing you support tricks and tips. So without further ado, support tip number 1.
Take Hexflash on engaged supports because you'll be able to Hexflash
Yeah, that's
between
good.
bushes without being seen to catch your enemy laners off guard. The only downfall is that they may see your Hexflash particles, but not really many people will notice that. There are
Yeah,
also
you
many
can
uses
actually
for
hex
Hexflash.
Hexflash
For
in
example,
between
if you're
bushes,
looking to
people
gank
won't
or target
know.
enemy mid laner, you're able to use Hexflash over the wall to set them up. Also, if you're looking to get over a wall, keep in mind that you don't need to fully charge your Hexflash to get over some walls. Hopefully these tips and tricks helped you. Follow and share for more tips, tricks, memes, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions.
Okay, some of you guys don't know this. When it comes to teleports, like casting and teleport, not LeBlanc dashing, with teleport and flash, and wards, with wards, all you need to do is just get more than halfway of the wall. And then your character will just like bypass and go over to the wall. Like, let's just say, what part? Like for here, you don't need to be exactly on this wall for your flash. All you have to do is like get past like the midway point of this wall, and then the system will be like, okay, you're more than halfway, we'll just put you over to the other side of the wall. So you can do this with wards, you can do this with teleports. Like Cassidon ult, Ezreal, teleport. Is there a support with a teleport? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. There might be one. I can't think of one at the moment. But yeah. I mean, you all have flash. The secret to hook champions.
I don't understand what pressure is, bro. A lot of low elo supports don't understand what pressure is, bro. So the entire like first 5 minutes, the Thresh is just playing back, sitting in a bush, not applying any like walking up is literally just pressure. All you gotta do is just walk up and threaten something. Like having your hook up and not hooking is almost as good as just landing your hook. Because you're gonna be like, oh, I can't walk up because I might get hooked. So sometimes not throwing out something is almost as good as throwing it out and hitting it.
But this is not this is not even just hook champions. This is like Morgana. This is like if you're playing Zyra. If you're playing anything with this Nami bubble. Like if you're snowballing with Nami. Like this is not even a hook champion thing. This is just apply pressure as a support type of thing. You know? So like just walk up. If you are stronger than them, like don't give them that space unless you are aware that they are gonna gank you. What's this?
Hey, welcome to more League Tips. This time we're going to be talking about a concept in relation to roams. A lot of times I'll see supports when they go for a roam or a jungle comes for a gank, they'll walk into this bush and they'll walk right at the Zed here. It's best to just wait for a second. As you can see, I swept the area so I know it's clear. He doesn't know I'm here, but if I go out right now, the problem is Anivia's kind of far.
Yes, wait.
And he has W,
Patience.
so he'll just W away. And we really don't want that. If he does, he walks right out. If I wait patiently and I pay attention to my minions, what I want to see happen is I want him to go in on one of these minions, preferably the casters, or even make a trade with Anivia. If he does that, he'll be the furthest away from the tower. And if he does use his W, he has no way of escaping now, especially with Flash being down.
Okay, I don't need to like go through this. It pretty much essentially just wait for your roams, like just stay in a bush until it's the right time. There is, so you know that the Olay, that Donghop guy I said? Do you know this video that I said to go watch, which you guys really should watch? This Olay person, in the video, like it is not, like this Olay person will wait 1 minute. He would literally wait a minute in bush just for the gank, for the perfect gank. Just wait in the bush for 1 minute. He will do that. Like, worth, honestly. And it's like, yeah, you should really definitely play it slow and be patient for the right time to go out of the bush.